Hi, you guys. I hope you guys can hear me. If you cannot hear me, please comment because I want to know. I want to make sure you guys hear me so you can engage with me. I am so excited to be on today. I have accepted the challenge by Dr. D. Okay. I want to do this challenge last year, but your girl didn't have a computer. I did, but my computer was trash. And it wouldn't let me be great. But this year I got a computer, so when she did the challenge, I was like, hey Tay, how are you? I was geeked, y'all. I was like, bet I can do the challenge, this shit. But you already know who it is. It's Shanice. I'm back with another video to encourage, to inspire, and to motivate, and to help you guys to catapult you to the next level by transforming the way that you think, by transforming the way that you see things, and to that was my phone, and to help you to go to the next level that God has for you. I am also the CEO and the founder of I Am Kingdom Connections. And at Kingdom Connections, we help women to find their identity in Christ, break generational curses and cycles, break parenting cycles. If you don't know what a parenting cycle is, I will be giving away a free download for those that in this. It's a free ebook. And if you don't know what a parenting cycle is, in the free ebook, it will break down what is a parenting cycle, how to identify them, and how to break them. It's a freebie. Who don't like freebies? I like freebies. I hope you like freebies too. But also, I am the author, self-published author of Heal Soul Trauma, Healing from a Broken Soul. Let me tell you guys how this book came about. Okay, so I was in an abusive relationship for 13 years. Yes, your girl was in an abusive relationship for 13 spackaroos, okay? And I was tired. And when I turned 28, I don't know, a light bulb just went on. Boom, 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 run, 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 run. I know, Tay, I like freebies too. I'm like, who don't like freebies? I love freebies. Give me a freebie anytime. I pay, I invest in myself. Don't get me wrong, but however, I like some freebies here and there, right? But I was in a abusive relationship for 13 years. We met each other when I was 15, and he just started putting his hands on me till I was like 17, and then I stayed from age 17 to I was 28, and I just finally had enough. Was like, homeboy, you are out of there. But me and him, we went our separate ways. But it wasn't easy. I'm gonna say that, and let me dive in my story some, and then I'm gonna let you guys know why I wrote Heal Soul Trauma and what you guys can expect if you would like to buy. You can go over to Amazon. I will put the link in the comment section as well, not in the comment section, but under the description box with the link for the freebie after I'm done with this video. But the reason why I wrote this book is because, like I said, we was together for a very long time, and when me and him broke up, we was on the phone one day, and I was like finna go into a panic attack. Like I didn't know what was going on. I was just so afraid. And I'm like, what is going on? Like that manager, this was in the middle of my transformation process. God had promised me in the end of 2018, he gave me two words: transformation and restoration. So I was geeked, y'all. But I did not know the extensive process that it would have been of transformation. Because when he gave me transformation, I think it was Luke. He took me to, I want to say it was Luke chapter 13. Do not quote me on that. But it was the chapter in Luke when Jesus went in the mountains and he experienced a transfiguration, and he took me to there. So I was geeked. I'm going to be like Jesus. I did not know the extent, the uprooting, and the surgery that he's going to have to do on me. And y'all, it was not fun, but thank God for his grace. Okay, I made it. And the restoration is going to be so much better. So, to go back to that call, we was on the phone, and he was just snapping, y'all. And I was on the phone on the other line, scared, but acting like I was hard. Okay. And I got off the phone. I was like, God, what is going on? You're sending me through this process, and I don't understand what is this triggering in my soul that I'm this afraid. Like, what is going on? Like, God, you told me that you would heal me. You told me that you would transform me. Why am I still going through these emotions? What's going on? I know, Tay, it don't feel good either, girl. It don't. And then one day I was sitting down and I just started writing. And before you know it, I had one chapter. Before you know it, I had two chapters. A lot of y'all on here watching this broadcast right now, God has told you to write a book and you won't write a sentence. And what you fail to understand is when you write that sentence, before you know it, you'll have a paragraph. Before you know it, you will have a page. Before you know it, you will have 3 pages. And that's what happened. I was just writing, y'all. And before you know it, I had a page. Before you know it, I had 2 pages. Before you know it, I had 10 chapters. That book's supposed to have been an ebook, but it ended up turning into a full book. And so God in this book, it shows you how to identify. It shows you how the mind, will, and emotions is tied together, and it also shows you how to break soul ties. It have prayers in the back of the book, how to break soul ties. It have prayers in the book to all type of stuff. Okay, but that's why I wrote the book. To basically, he healed me. He first healed me so he can heal the people that read my book. So it's not just a book that I just wrote. It was actually a guide to help to heal me, and I know it's going to transform and heal other people as well because it's transformed me. A little bit about my story, then I'm going to hop into my message. I didn't think my introduction will not be long for the rest of the 7 days. I promise. It's just today I want to introduce you guys and know. I want you guys to know what you would expect from my channel. A little bit about my story. At 13, I was molested. At 14, I was pregnant. When I was 8 months pregnant, my baby died. So I had to push my baby out deceased. At the age of 16, I became a teen mom. At the age of 17, my kid's father, at the time that I have 8 kids with now, he started being real abusive. So I want to say from age 17 to age 28, we was abusive towards each other. Let me say that um, we was very dysfunctional. We came from a dysfunctional background, so his dysfunction was my norm, and my dysfunction was his norm too. So that's all about my story, and also what you guys will expect from this channel. I will be, of course, I love encouraging people. That's my gift. Is extortion. I love encouraging people. I love inspiring people. I love motivating people. I love seeing them going to the next level. That's my passion. That's why I co-founded and opened a mentoring network, Kingdom Connection. I am Kingdom Connections, to help women find their identity in Christ, break parenting cycles, break generational curses and cycles. Because I always knew a generational curse was on my was holding me back from being the best that I needed to be. And by talking about generational curses, that's actually what my broadcast is going to be about. And the title of this broadcast, Would You Be the Change That Everybody Else is Waiting For? Would you stand up and do what you know God is calling you to do? Would you stand up and actually be the change that you know that God is calling you to? Would you actually stand up and be the change, and be the bloodline breaker that your family line needs? Would you be the person to stand up and to break those yokes that were sent to destroy your family? You had an enemy that was warring like a lion and seeking who he could devour. And he came in with generational curses. He came in with poverty. He came in with lack. He came in with lack of identity. He came in with a Jezebel spirit. He came in with the Ahab spirit. He came in with all type of things that was sent to destroy your bloodline. Would you be the person to stand up and say, you know what, Satan, enough is enough. He sent lust your way. He sent perversion your way. He sent alcoholics your way. He sent drug addicts your way. Would you be the person? Would you be the bloodline breaker to stand up and say, you know what, Satan, enough is enough. I'm gonna live holy before God. I'm gonna let my temple be a sacrifice. You know what, Satan, I got something for you. I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna smoke, and I'm not condemning nobody to drink and smoke, because I was addicted to weed once upon a time in my life. I just didn't tell you that part of my story, but yes, I was addicted to weed. I was so addicted to weed that I was pregnant with my son, but I did not know that was a stronghold in my family, y'all. Everybody in my family either smoked weed or did some type of drug or was an alcoholic. It was that plague went throughout my whole family until it met me. You can't have my kids and you can't have my grandkids, bro. So I knew I was fighting a bigger thing. I knew I was fighting something that was bigger than me. But I understood that if I slay it, If I slay it in the spiritual realm, if I chop his head off in the spiritual realm, he can't even come near my kids. Even if it formed towards my children, it would not prosper because mama already beat depression. Mama already beat them the alcoholism. And mama already beat that weed and them drugs. I thank God I never did any other drug other than weed and cigarettes, but I was addicted. I was actually 3 months pregnant, y'all, and I was still smoking weed. I smoked weed my whole pregnancy. My whole pregnancy. And people might say, that was real ratchet. Y'all, I was addicted and I couldn't stop. I wanted to, but I couldn't. So, would you be that bloodline breaker to stand up and say, you know what, drugs end with me? Stop saying, you know what, anger ran in my family. You know what, alcoholics ran in my family. You know what, drug addicts ran in my family. Stop saying that and start changing your narrative of the things that you say. Do you know that your words have power? Do you understand whatever come out your mouth, it can form your reality? Why are you saying it just ran in my family? Stop saying that. No, start saying it ran in my family until it ran into me. Start saying no, drugs end with me. Start saying now alcoholics and that ends with me. Start saying perversion ends with me. Start saying lust ends with me. Start changing the narrative. Change the new DNA in your family line. Stand up and be the bloodline breaker that God called you to be. Why do you think the enemy attack you the way that he attack you? He attack you because he understands your power more than you understand your power. He understands that you have the power to dismantle and to tear down strongholds, but you don't even know that you have the power to tear down strongholds. I need you to start getting in the presence of God and allow him to affirm you and confirm you. You waiting for your mama to confirm you. You waiting for your daddy to confirm you. You waiting for your cousin, your boyfriend, whoever to confirm. And God have already confirmed and he already affirmed you before the foundations of this earth. Why are you sitting around and waiting on little John to confirm you? Why are you waiting around waiting on your mom, your dad to confirm you? I know that you want your mother to confirm you. I know that you want your father to confirm you, but how are they going to confirm something that they don't even know? They don't even know their own identity. So how are they going to confirm you? And that was me. For so long, I wanted my mother to confirm me. I wanted my father to confirm me. I wanted everybody to have and saying who I was, and God was not letting nobody confirm me but him. I had to get thirsty. I had to get hungry and get in his presence. And it's a continuous thing, y'all. I have to continue to get in his presence and allow him to break those glass ceilings in my mind, because for so long I allowed everybody's voice to be bigger than God's. Is that you today? You want to see the change. You want to see the change so bad, y'all. Y'all want to see the change so bad. You want to step out and actually start that business. You want to write that book. You want to be the change so bad, but you're afraid. Why are you disobeying God? Why are you so concerned what they got to say over God? If God told you to write that book, you better get out this broadcast today. You better start writing it. And don't say, I don't have the money. Let me tell you what happened. I wrote the book in August. December 30th, a woman named Kiesha Slander, she has a publishing company and an editing company. She contacted me. I was sitting down one day and I was writing. God had breathed on me. I was fasting and he breathed on me. He said, I said, oh, I didn't know it was God at the time, y'all. And then I'm going to hop off. I didn't know it was God at the time, but I wrote down the book that I wrote, and I wrote down, oh, I could turn into a mentoring program. And then God told me to put it in this. I follow John Eckhart on Facebook. God told me to put the book inside there. I did it. Nothing. Straight crickets. That night, about 8 o'clock, she inboxed me and she said, God told me, she said, I see that you have a book that you won't edit. I have a publishing company. Here's my information. I heard God say, edit your book for free. For free. So stop saying what you don't have. Write the vision, make it plain. God's vision, he'll send you the provision. Period. Would you be that change that you need to be? Would you be that bloodline breaker that God have called you to be? Let me tell you what a bloodline breaker is. A bloodline breaker has a resilience that others don't have, which means it's harder for you to break a bloodline breaker because their resilience is so high that they can take certain things that other people can't take. Bloodline breakers have the oil to break what was sent to kill the bloodline. A bloodline breaker have the oil and the strength to be able to break what was sent to destroy the bloodline. Bloodline breakers are usually hungry. They're hungry than normal. They people say, you know what, you're doing a good job. And bloodline breakers like, I'm not doing enough. I need to go harder. Bloodline breakers are determined. Bloodline breakers, they have attacks from the time that they are concepted. From the time that they are conceived in their mother's womb, they have attacks. Their mother think about aborting them. They go through molestation. They go through rape. They go through abuse. They go through so much before they even grow up to know who they are in Christ. Why? Because the enemy been trying to distort their identity, distort their man from the time they was born. Because he understood they have the mandate and they have the power to dismantle strongholds and they have the power to cast out demons. So let me go and attack this person because he has something inside of him that's going to change the whole bloodline, and they have something inside of them that's going to bring in generational blessings. They have something inside of them that's going to change the world, and I need to destroy them before they go out because they're going to save people. He been attacking me, y'all, since the day I was born. I promise y'all I'm going to hop off, but this is good to me. At four, I had pneumonia. I got it right back at 5. At 4 and 5, I had pneumonia. When I was 13, I was molested. 14, I had my first baby. 16, I became a teen mom. All this stuff is dealing with identity issues. And it's so funny that in my business, I teach people how to find their identity in Christ. The thing that's trying to kill you is the thing that you're going to rule in. The enemy was trying to kill my identity, but now God have me teaching other people who they are in him. Look at God. Yes. Okay, 15. 16, had my first baby. 17, abusive relationship. From the age 17 to age 28, we were so violent and so mean to each other. We said some word curses on each other that if I told y'all, it would blow your box off. Okay, here I come. So again, I'm in the 7-day challenge with Shamika Dean. You are a bloodline breaker. You have what God needs to do, what he have called you to do. Meet me here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I have a part 2 of this message. I love you guys. Stay encouraged, stay inspired, and stay motivated. Until tomorrow, peace.